In the last years,
You are now dialed in to the big voice, KWTN 100.9 FM.
The official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe.
The big voice, KWTN 100.9 FM. The official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe.
You want maximum profit. You lost perspective. I won't give you direction. You're always restless.
Is it on?
Hello, we is live.
We are live. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday morning, and that means it is time for Winnebago Talks Live, and this is KWTN 100.9 FM, also broadcasting across all social media platforms under the Big Voice Radio. And so welcome to the studio here in Winnebago. I am MCBKC, also known as Brian Chamberlain, the editor for the Winnebago Indian News, and also in the studio is...
Hi everybody, happy day. I am Bethany Redhorn, the communications office manager for the Big Voice here. I am known as DJ Bethani, but to everybody else, I'm just Beth.
Yes. So how you feeling today?
Lovely.
Are you ready to gab it up?
I am ready.
I hope so. And it seems like somebody here at the studio has turned off the air conditioning.
I would
It
thought
seems
so.
that way, so we have to check it out in the break or whatever else and that kind of thing.
So if you see me sweating out my
yes,
edges,
exactly.
my glasses get foggy, you know why.
A little bit of stuff there, and for some reason the air conditioning gets turned off. I don't know why. I'm saying that because I know who does it, but at the same time, yeah.
Who is it? I'm just kidding.
We're gonna bust them out right here. So, as you know, Winnebago Talks is everything and all things Winnebago Tribe, and so we're gonna be talking today about quite a few different things because we haven't done a show since
Before powwow.
Yes. So of course, if you were living under a rock, or in a coma somewhere, or just for some reason just decided not to go outside of the house, the Winnebago Tribe hosted the 158th annual homecoming celebration not quite 2 weeks ago.
No.
Can you believe it's already been 2 weeks?
It feels like time's just flying.
Yes, it does. And then the one
Going
thing
by
I always
so
have to
quick.
say with that too is like when powwow happens, everyone's, has a good time. It's always fun no matter what. And then it's like summer's over.
That's how it feels, right?
Yeah. Why is
Yeah.
it like that? Because, the back to school era begins. Of course, the Winnebago Tribe did the clothing voucher distributions also last week. And so get a hold of the enrollment department, and we can talk about that too later.
Yep.
But all of that stuff kind of happens because the first day for the Winnebago Public School, I believe, is within a week and a half. I think they start on a Thursday, 2 Thursdays from now.
This coming week? Oh, 2 Thursdays from now. My boys
Or
go
is
back
it?
to
Or
school
is it
next week.
Thursday? Oh, gee, I'm going to make you guys all a week late.
I've been wanting to get them with that prank where you tell them, like, school started, you're late. And, see if they get up and scramble and tell them, just kidding.
But you know that they won't. They was
No, they'll
who
just lay there.
cares? It's like whatever else. So, yep. So we're in the back to school era and all that kind of good stuff here. So, what else do we have today?
Well, we are going to be joined here in the studio by Indigication, Vision Maker Media. And we'll also be joined by the Angel Decora Museum with Savannah Berlin Photo and Design. They'll be unveiling the Powell portraits.
Very nice. I saw a few of them and they're kind of their previews and stuff.
Yeah.
Savannah's got a great eye.
I actually got to sneak peek them, so I'm
Really?
excited to unveil those with her and them. And then Jordana and Mackie will be joining us to talk about an upcoming event. So
Okay, and we also have a special edition of The Answer Is, so I hope you guys are ready. Because it's going to be very on brand, very on topic for what's happening right here and now. So get ready because we're going to head to Mount Olympus and we're going to talk about the Olympics today. So crack your mental knuckles and let's get going, guys. Because
I'm going to lose, guys. I'm not big on sports.
You'll get it.
Not just kidding.
But we were there at the original. No, just kidding.
But I am ready for that. So that'll be the concluding portion.
Okay.
But we'll get into a lot of announcements before that. So with that being
Yes.
said, what you got for the WIN update?
Yeah, the Winnebago Indian News, of course, prints every 2 weeks. And so we just did our latest, I always want to say episode. I don't know why that word gets stuck in my head. The latest episode of the WIN, no, but the latest edition. And of course, we covered the annual homecoming celebration. I always like to say this too because you have to notice where the commas are and they don't exist here. So the 158th annual homecoming celebration, the oldest powwow in North America, celebrating the return of Chief Little Priest and the company A Scouts. I like saying that because some people get so excited because they think there's commas in there, and there's not. It's hot in here, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm over here.
So, yeah. So,
A good thing we're doing a screen share right now.
yes, exactly that. So, can you run down and check the thing and turn it on?
Yeah, go ahead and run through the WIN update.
Yeah, so the Winnebago Indian News, as you know, prints every 2 weeks, and the powwow issue that we had featuring, of course, everything about the powwow on the masthead. As you guys know, we've been featuring prominent and significant tribal members, and so this time around for the powwow, of course, in the 2 issues in July, we had the photo contest, and the photo contest winners, both of them, or I should say all 3 of them, were featured on the masthead of the July editions in the Winnebago Indian News. So the first one that we had was submitted by Jessica Smith LaPointe, and I believe it was her son Clay. And so he was on the masthead of the first edition in July. And then the second time around, we had 2 photos that we just could not pick between, so we picked them both. We had Belle Bearskin Blackbird, I want to make sure I got it correctly, and then also Carmen Snow. They both submitted photos, and then they were on the masthead as well. Belle's photo was of a young grass dancer. I'm not sure how they were related, but then Carmen's was a throwback photo to the Veterans Association Color Guard when they were presenting their flags on some date, which I'm going to make an assumption was in the early 1980s. So that is what we had there. And so this time around, of course, the princesses are featured on the masthead. So the outgoing princesses, Paris LaPointe and Tuli Blackfish.
Yes.
And the newly crowned Miss Winnebago, Virginia Snake Boomin.
Yes.
Yes, and so they are featured there, as well as one of the photos taken during flag raising, showing some of the flags flying high above the arena. So the Winnebago Indian News is all about the powwow edition, and then of course we have our usual favorites in there as well. Besides the photographs, we have Hakewe, page 6, which is all things about society, and we have a lot of good stuff in there for you to read. And then we also have them. It wasn't they did a debut because we did that in the last issue.
Yes.
But Shigoe, page 7, which is a lot more of the traditional content, because in the first round we interviewed the head man and head woman dancers, Dylan Bearskin and Christina Parker, and then Shigoe will continue to go on from that. So the Winnebago Indian News has quite a bit of stuff in it, and thank you guys for the comments, because all weekend long, and I mean this, we got a lot of good comments. People liked it because there's stuff to read. That was the main comment I got back. Hey, I can actually read it now. I was like, well, good job. I'm glad you can. No, somebody's like, gee, you're being that sickening. No, I'm not. No, anyway, so Winnebago Indian
Gotta
News
keep them
every
on
2
their
weeks.
toes.
Yes. So for the upcoming August issues, there's 3 issues in August. Like we just did the first one, Homecoming Celebration. The next one will be dedicated entirely, in majority, to the back to school era. We're going to be doing some interviews with the high school activities coaches. So football, volleyball, cross country, and I think girls golf. I think that's the other activity that they have. And if there's others, we'll catch them. And if you're not aware, there's a parent-coach meeting that's happening on August 16th, which I believe is next Monday. And so if your athlete is getting ready or they need things, there's going to be a meeting with the coaches at 6 p.m. at the high school next Monday.
Okay.
But
So
anyway,
write it
we'll
down
be
in your
looking for that
calendar.
stuff. Yes, a lot of great stuff there. So Winnebago Indian News.
Awesome. Kind of just scrolling through some of the awesome pictures that were included in this edition.
I'm really glad that we're able to see that on the screen and stuff. And
Color, they look beautiful.
Yeah,
Great job.
I was able to capture some of them, and the best part of what I have to say, I like what we're doing here, and I'm glad the air conditioning's on because you can feel it now. But Tyler Snake, our circulation office manager,
Yes.
she was out there with her camera, as was, I know Garen was there. And did you get to take any photos?
I did not.
Okay, but I know there were others
camped
besides
out.
myself, and then we got a lot of good shots. I really like what we were able to produce, and plus there's a ton of that stuff.
Yes.
And that's, oh yeah, I should mention that too. The advertising rates for the Winnebago Indian News will go up as of September 1st, 2024. And so we've given notice with that. The Winnebago Tribal Council approved our policy for that a while back. And so we have to give notice. And so we're doing that. But as of September 1st, advertising rates in the WIN will increase. But believe it or not, they are still less than a third of what you'd advertise in like other publications. So it's still a good bargain.
Definitely.
Yep.
So that is the Winnebago Indian News. And
Yes.
then, what if they wanted to subscribe to the WIN? How could they do that?
You can come over and yell at, no, just kidding. No, say, not yell at me, yell at Tyler. Where's my paper? She's probably getting, hey, don't say that. But yeah, so you can get a hold of myself, Brian.Chamberlain at WinnebagoTribe.com or Tyler.Snake at WinnebagoTribe.com. It's TYLER. And she actually keeps the list, so she will add you in. And remember, to Winnebago Tribal members, it's free. So if you know people out there that aren't getting it as well, you can give us their address as well, because we'll send it along to them. And I did get quite a few over the powwow weekend too. I was kind of shocked by some people that I don't get a win, and I kind of like, really? And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, well, where have you been? No, I'm just kidding. So
Subscribe.
yeah, so jump on board because we need you there.
Yes. So WIN updates, and that's all that's been going on with the WIN lately.
Quite a bit of activity. There's some other things that we're in development with, but I'll leave that probably till next time.
Yes, cliffhangers.
Yes.
So we shall scoot along,
Okay.
and we shall get into our first set of guests here.
Okay.
So we'll invite them up, and then while they get situated and seated, I would like to make mention, so we do have our regular programming throughout the week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We have the Big Hour here on the Big Voice Radio. And so would you be able to host tomorrow's episode of the Big Hour?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I also have a surprise announcement that I'll make mention of real quick, is that our webmaster, Christina, is going to make her debut of hosting
Really?
a show. Yes.
Oh, about
this
time.
Friday, she'll be hosting the Big Hour.
Very nice, very nice. I can't wait to see what she comes up with. So you guys want to give us a quick mic check there?
Mic check.
Nice.
Mic check 1, 2.
Ooh, a little bit. There you
Let's
go.
hear a flow, Max.
All right, so you
Kick some bars. Let's go.
All
want
right.
Nikki or what do you want? No.
Mix it up.
I know.
And throw back to some Foxy.
Little Kim.
Oh my God.
So-
Radio friendly.
How are you?
Who do we have here?
We're doing
Introduction. Yeah, we're online.
We're doing great, doing good. Glad to be here. So my name is Sandy Mackey Scott, aka DJ Mac Attack.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Jordana Bass. I'm the program coordinator at Vision Maker Media, and excited to be back here on the radio.
Yes, and also I always like to say this, former editor of the Winnebago Indian News.
Yes.
And I have to say this because we're finally in the same room together. Jordana gave me one of the best insights ever when I first took the post. She told me about how we need to play to the audience that is maybe not necessarily thought about all the time, and brought to my awareness just because, I don't know, it just never flowed in there.
Yeah.
About how we have people who are incarcerated who look at the Winnebago Indian News as a lifeline back to what it's like here in
Yes.
town. And so I really tried to take that motivation and that inspiration because I never really thought about it that way. And I'm so glad that, we're able, because we do have that.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I know, people live their life and did
Yep.
what they did and that kind of stuff, and we're not trying to go that route, but the Winnebago Indian News may be the only lifeline that they have back to the res.
Keeping them connected.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
Awesome. So thank you very much for that.
Of course.
All right.
So today you are joining us here on the Big Voice Radio to talk about what exactly?
Yeah, so over the summertime, Education partnered with the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska, with Winnebago Public School, and with Vision Maker Media and we provided a pilot program for a filmmaking program for youth. And so over the summer, they got the opportunity to go to KU and stay on KU campus and learn a bit more about filmmaking. And so how we approached it was they would learn about the pre-production, production, and post-production of filmmaking, and
Nice.
gave them like the foundational level, because there's like so much in depth that goes into filmmaking. And so unfortunately, we planned to have 6 films for them to make, but because it's so vast and there's so much creativity going on there, we had to dwindle it down to 4 films, but they're still amazing, powerful films. And so that's kind of what the students did over the summer. They made these amazing, powerful films, and they're centered around Winnebago culture, language, and history. And they're really powerful and really great. And just to kind of see their vision come to life is really inspiring. And so they, throughout their hard work, editing, and diligently interviewing and all that, we finally have some finished products, and we want to show that to the community to share those stories. And that's what we're promoting today. So we have the Winnebago
Higher ed.
what's that?
Oh, higher ed.
Oh, I was gonna say we have I was gonna call the title of the event was the Winnebago Native Youth Media Project Community Showcase, kind of a big title there. But we have it for August 13th, which is a Tuesday next week. And we're doing that at the Winnebago Public School Theater and in the cafeteria. So we're gonna have like a showcase and then a talking panel for our youth to kind of share their experiences and why they chose to make the film they did, and then share a meal with the community. And so that's open to everyone. We do have a Facebook event online. We encourage everybody to go and just RSVP and just say if you're going or not, just help us kind of get an idea how many is going to be coming.
Yes.
But yeah, that's kind of what we're here to do, is just promote that and give a opportunity for our youth to kind of share their vision and their amazing films.
Awesome. I'm excited for this, and that'll be coming up this Tuesday, this coming Tuesday?
Next week.
Next week.
Yeah. And if I can add on to that, just to sort of talk a little bit about Vision Maker Media and the Native Youth Media Project, it really is a collaboration effort between a Native youth organization and Vision Maker Media, whereas the youth organization has complete oversight and what the program actually looks like. So there's multiple different Native Youth Media projects, and some of them the timeline could be, 2-week intensive, it could be up to 8-week intensive, but it really looks is dependent on what that Native organization's needs are. And I would really like to point out that it is we started off collaborating with the Winnebago Higher Education Department, and that's been a part of the Summer Youth Employment Program. So what Vision Maker does is really uses film as a way to empower Native youth voices and to be able to share stories on culture and whatnot. And Vision Maker provides funding up to $25,000, and also they will provide a mentor that's been in the film industry for a very long time. So that's just a little bit about Vision Maker and the Native Youth Media Project.
Really good information there, because a lot of people do not realize the amount of work that goes into production. The final product everyone enjoys, and that's always a good part of it, because that's the reason why it is created and that type of thing. But the amount of work in the background, I guess, effort that is put into that is quite extensive, and it ranges all across the board, not just from the videography, but also how you do editing, how you choose the content, and even getting into kind of the granular level of where you go to create the storyboard and how you come up with something that is, I guess, production worthy from just an idea, and those type of things. And I don't know about you guys individually, but myself, especially when I do like the big hour and that type of thing, I take a lot of those inspirations off of conversations. I'm out there just talking with somebody, and then they say, well, we always talk about music, whatever, and then I take an idea, and then that turns into a big hour.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yes. And just to sort of add on to that, filmmaking could be utilized as like a modern and contemporary tool to be able to preserve some of these stories and these teachings in our language. And that's it definitely, like, the students can reconnect with some of these tribal leaders that shared some of their knowledge, and they're able to learn about that, connect with the elders, and be able to learn from them and preserve those stories.
Yeah, and then just to add on to that too, a big part of this program was we was pushing or trying to educate the youth about why it's important for natives to tell native stories. I think so many times, everybody in this room seen the cliche headdress or cowboy versus Indians kind of type of thing. And so just these last 3 years, we've seen some amazing native products being made and made by natives. And so we're trying to highlight that and tell them why it's important to, tell those stories the best accurate way, but also with a spin from our views and our practices and thoughts and things like that. And so really push that too. And overall, they were learning about the filmmaking process, but another part of it too is pushing is the soft skills development. So being organized, showing up to work on time, and critical thinking, working in a team setting. And so not only are they learning these filmmaking skills, but they're building like their own skills for their tools too. So toolkit, yeah. So, but overall, it was a really great experience. We was glad to have the youth there, and like I said, we're excited to show out their projects, and I just want to warn, like some of them are kind of emotional and interesting in that way. So come a little prepared for that. But overall, they're really great projects, and we look forward to sharing that and sharing it with the community as well.
A lot of good stuff there. And so if I missed it, forgive me, but are there age ranges with the producers? And
so our youngest one was a freshman in high school, and the oldest one was 18, and they graduated from high school this year. So a range from freshmen to sophomores.
Yeah, and from a vision maker standpoint, the criteria is 13 to 24 years of age.
Okay. So in your guys' experiences with this, do you feel that age was any kind of factor in that, or was it more you kind of wowed by the younger crowd, or?
Well, I think it's really empowering to be able to work with the students. They all got along. They all, are part of the theater program at Winnebago, so they all work together on projects, and it was just really interesting to see how, most of them were really interested in it and really learning and connecting to the stories and whatnot. But we did have like one underclassman, so. It sometimes required a little bit of guiding, but that's definitely what filmmaking is definitely a learning curve for everybody. So
yeah, and big shout out to that underclassman. She coming into something new like this, and she pushed through and got a project done. But I think on top of that too, it's interesting to kind of see the different strengths and areas of improvement each of the students had, but also like which area of the filmmaking they loved the most and enjoyed the most. And then when we got to a certain section, it kind of slowed down, or it was a little challenge for them. But we just reminded them that anywhere you go, you're gonna have to work as a team and push through some of these things. But call on your teams to help you with these things. And so we really emphasize the idea of like helping each other and being there, and also just working on a production. That's a highlight of is team building. You work as a team because everybody has their roles, and we'll have like a show, like a PowerPoint at the showcase, but what we approached it was that each of them would try a different role in the filmmaking process. So there was a director, there was a producer, there was a camera operator, there was a sound person, and so they all got to try those different roles, and so they got a feel for it, and they kind of got to like what they liked most.
Well, thank you for that, Mackie. That was really awesome to kind of point that out. And they also get to see how it also helps them to like reach out for help too, because maybe sometimes they don't really, know that it's okay to ask for help, or it just helps them with that too. So it's good insight.
A lot of good stuff there, and I'm always intrigued by this, and I really hope that I can make it to the event. And we have you on the split screen, so everybody that's watching has the view here in the studio as well as the poster that was created and that type of thing. But it's just the creative process, I think, is always the best part for me, and just individually, because I like hearing about how they reach the end point. I mean, I love the storytelling part of it, because the production itself is always something good. There's always something there, and that's why they're doing it.
Yes.
But how they got there, I think, is, for me individually, I like hearing that part of it.
So this is coming up on, you want to run through the details again?
Yeah, so next Tuesday from 5 to 7 at the Winnebago Public School theater and cafeteria. I think what we're going to do is we're going to start in a cafeteria, share a meal, and then transition into the theater, just because we can't have food in the theater. We just want to make sure we feed our relatives first too. So we'll have a agenda ready, and we'll premiere the films in the theater, and have a talking panel. Sorry, I facilitate a talking circle too. But so that's kind of what we're looking for next Tuesday. So, and it's open to everyone. Come and share a meal and see these amazing films.
Totally squirrel moment when he was saying that, because it's like, you know, in my other field we do talking circles. I went somewhere once and they were doing an event over here at St. Augustine's, and it was supposed to be like this event for students and their parents and whatever out. They ended up turning it into a mass. So it's like, because even the father that was there was like, well, we ended up making you guys come to mass, and everybody laughed because they're like, yeah, we were supposed to be here for our kids. And it's like, but so I know what you mean.
It's fine as a gotcha.
It's like, okay, we're sitting there and they're actually.
That's what we're doing on Tuesdays, a mass now. Dang, you're on to us now.
You let the
You had your hands up.
bag.
Brian, why'd you say that?
I ran into so many things like that, and I got squirrel moments all over today for some reason. Because you know where "cat out of the bag" came from? Do you know where that came from?
No.
That phrase? So in England, actually in Scotland, they used to sell, of course, to eat like smaller pigs and that type of thing. But as part of the, how do you want to say it? People not being the best merchants, they would actually put cats in the bag instead of the pig. And so then when the person who bought the pig, thinking they were going to go home, butcher, have pig, it was a cat. So to reveal the truth became let the cat out of the bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, did you know that?
I did not know
it's
that.
like crazy. Some of these
like
phrases.
This story, Brian. I feel bad for that cat and that pig.
Well, they didn't eat the cat. The cat ran away,
I'm just
stuff.
kidding.
But it's like, But anyway, yeah. So.
But I just have a quick, I guess, my squirrel moment. What is NYMP? Did you guys run through what NYMP stands for?
Native Youth Media Project, and so that's the funding project through Vision Maker Media, and so that's they, like Dre was sharing, they try to work with different tribes and different youth organizations, and so that's kind of what their initiative is called, is the Native Youth Media Project.
Okay. I love it. So I am excited for this. This is going to be August 13th, 5 p.m. They're going to have a light meal in the cafeteria, and then it'll be at the Winnebago Public School Theater. Very nice theater, so I'm excited for this.
I love that venue.
And this is with Indigication, Vision Maker Media, Society of Care, Winnebago Public School, and Higher Education for the Winnebago Tribe.
Yeah, big shout out to all of them. They all played a crucial part into making this happen and did it for all the youth, and we all came together, and the youth was our focus and center. So appreciate them and the work they've done for us to make this happen.
Awesome. So
good stuff.
Anything else? Any last minute shout outs? I know that you're gonna stick around with us and
for the answer
yes.
I didn't know I was, but all right, cool. No, but
he's kidding.
No, but yeah, big shout out to all those entities that help put this together, and this just kind of shows, like, once we come together, pull our resources and ideas, we can make many opportunities for our youth to participate in. So yeah, just shout out to all them, and of course you too. I know this takes a lot to make happen, and just want to give a shout out to you and your team as well.
Yes,
awesome.
Good job.
So we do have a lot of our listeners out there that are they're not too fond of the background music. So we'll just have to bring it down, and do apologize out there. We had Sandy Mackey Scott, aka DJ Mac Attack, here talking about this upcoming event that they have on August 13th, just to run through again. And so that's at the Winnebago Public School Theater. They'll have a light meal in the cafeteria. It'll be kicking off at 5 p.m. And this is the Winnebago Native Youth Media Project Community Showcase. So.
That's a good note for us also in that too, because we've been doing this for quite some time, but we're by no means experts. So I think that's something that we need to learn how to measure.
Yeah.
What is actually being broadcast, because in the headphones it seems fine.
Yes.
So we'll have to see that type of thing.
So just gonna run through that, and then we'll we'll shift out of this event that we're going to be talking about with Sandy, and then we have another guest that is joining us here in the studio. So I believe she brought another guest with her. Mackie, do you want to join us back when we get into my answers? Okay. So we're gonna transition.
I'm really looking forward to that, though. That's really awesome.
I know.
So
I am
those are
too.
the names of the films. So I'd probably mispronounce it. So
I know.
wanna take it-
Is it?
Do you know the names?
You guys are trying.
I want to say this first one, directed by Gia Scott, is Horuna or Horuna,
Hoduna.
and then
It's kind of like a D. sound.
Hirushka, directed by Camilla Blackhawk. Taking Back Our Voice, directed by Tylee MC Ash Chilson. And then From the Land to the People, directed by Alan Whitewing. And so if you wanted more information, you can get a hold of Mr. DJ Macattack, aka better known as Sandy Mackey Scott II. And we have some contact information right there, but you can always email him at sandy.scott@indigecation.org.
Yeah, I like that. And then also, I'm always digging those names. Because now in Digication, remember before it was in Digified,
Yeah.
and some stuff like that. I really
love
like it because you put the motherland on it. No, it's like that. So everyone knows that thing. So, of course, here at the Big Voice Radio, KWTN 100.9 FM, if you're listening to us on the live broadcast, we are doing all things Winnebago Tribe. And so everything that happens in and around the Winnebago community is what we focus on here on Bago Talks every Tuesday. And usually DJ Guaranteed is your host here today, but unfortunately he's not with us right now, and so we're going to keep this moving forward. And now coming up to the table is... Oh, do I even have you on? I do now. Okay, good.
Introductions, ladies.
The Angel Decor Museum. My name is Sunshine Thomas Bear, and I brought up our newest employee. She's the new Ben, so
Okay.
I brought her up to introduce herself, and then after that, we'll have these ladies step up.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Hi, I'm Madeline Keating. I'm the new museum curator. I'm really excited to learn more and get to know everyone.
Well, nice to meet you, Madeline.
Welcome to Winnebago and welcome to Bago Talks. So, and as what Sunshine and the rest of the staff, is that Gayla back there? Yeah, they'll tell you is when we do this, you guys are always welcome to come up because I know you guys touch a lot of different things. And right out of the gate, maybe I'll save it for when Gayla comes up here. I'm really appreciating the Facebook post that you're putting out with the historical
Yes,
on this
love
day. Forgive me if I don't remember the name of the tag. Is it on this day?
Yeah, on this day.
Okay, yeah. So I really liked it. Plus, you kind of add in the video, like, and kind of the little scream moments and stuff like that. I'm digging it. So.
Yeah, so we're just really grateful for Madeline. Tell us a little bit about yourself, like where'd you come from and where'd you go to school
Sure.
and those types of things.
Sure. So I'm originally from Kansas.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to my undergrad at Morningside University, and I'm finishing up my master's right now.
Go Mustangs.
Yes.
I play volleyball with quite a few of the guys. So
Nice.
I know a lot of people from Morningside campus. So we're at in Kansas, if you don't mind us asking.
Overland Park. So
Oh, okay, right in the city.
Yep.
South side, and southeast, southwest, I should say. Yeah, so a lot of good stuff. Overland Park is a nice area of town, and the best thing I have to say about it is there's no shortage of places to go eat.
Yes, definitely.
Love to hear that.
Yes, a lot of good stuff. So if you're ever in the vicinity, because actually we're going to be having a food review done by Eves, Kevin
yeah.
Ebert. Or what is his actual title? I always forget it. Is a media coordinator.
Multimedia coordinator.
Yep. He's going to be doing a food review because he took his family on vacation recently, and they went, as part of the vacation, they went to Oceans of Fun. And then, of course, they went to Jack Stack Barbecue. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
Yes, and so it's it's littered throughout the city on various locations, and I myself have been there, and it's fantastic. But I won't ruin it. Kevin's going to be doing his food review in the next issue of the Winnebago News. So welcome to Winnebago. Kansas is an awesome place. We spent I should say myself, I spent too much time there, but I love it. Kansas City's fun. It's really, really fun.
Definitely.
So, okay.
Okay, so
Madeline, with your position, what is something that you enjoy, or what's been your favorite thing so far about being in Winnebago?
So my favorite part about the position is working with the artifacts and like putting them into the catalog online. And I think my favorite thing so far is just meeting everyone and just overall
very
just
good.
learning more.
Oh, very, very good.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming up with Sunshine this morning for the Winnebago Talks. We do this every Tuesday, and normally we'll have the Angel Decora Museum join us to talk about on this day in history. But today we have a really awesome Powell Portraits unveiling that we're eager to
so
get into.
what everybody's waiting for. So Madeline will have Savannah and Gayla come up. And thank you for introducing yourself.
Yes, thank you,
I know
Madeline.
you were nervous.
You did awesome.
So just a little brief intro on it. For the past, probably since I've been up there, but we all look at these old photos, in our history, the black and white photos, of our ancestors, our relatives, and I had always wanted to do pictures at the homecoming celebration, and I just never, I'm just too busy to be able to do that myself. So gladly, Savannah collaborated with me this year, and she has been collaborating with us on a few projects of just trying to get pictures. And do you want to explain a bit, Savannah, about why this is important and why we, are just striving to get as many pictures as possible?
Hello, I'm Savannah Ricehill Anderson. Some of these portraits, people don't really understand that we're trying to, today we're trying to capture history today. So what we do today is going to go down in history, and so we're just trying to so when we did the Powell portraits, it's we just captured history, and hopefully these portraits will last over 100, 200 years, and being able to get them printed and to have a tangible thing as well, that'll be awesome to get, to keep it keep those photos safely and put them in a box, keep them for your younger generations. And then what really excited me too was that there was a lot of this little girl was can my dad take a photo with me? I'm yes, do it, so it's just important, trying to capture these moments and for everyone to look so gorgeous and so beautiful. It's nice. It's just nice to have amazing professional portraits of yourself and to be able to have access to print them and stuff like that.
Yeah, very good. I can't wait to see them because I saw some of the previews, like we said, on the onset of the show, and I thought that, of course, you have a really great eye, and you've done so many other projects to where you're able to display and show that and that type of thing. But the one thing when you were speaking that came to my mind is, I'm sure you guys have seen it. There's a book called People of the Big Voice, where a lot of ancestors and this, a whole chunk, especially from the Wisconsin area at the time, are featured in that. This is the exact type of thing that could basically kind of continue with. Because the one thing that I loved about that book specifically was not just seeing the images and seeing, people, especially with that level of detail and clarity, but unfortunately they're black and white.
Yeah.
But it was also taking back to how the traditional aspects of the regalia and what people wore were truly featured through the through the photography.
Yeah.
And so the preservation of that is way more important than what I think a lot of people realize, because certain things are worn for certain reasons, and certain, the way that they wear them, and as well as the individualism of the family members and et cetera, that really comes to life. And those can only be captured in photographs. So,
and it's another aspect of it too is to see everything in color now.
Yeah.
To see all the photos in color. So I try to make it as natural as can be, to where I don't try to do a lot of crazy edits, but just to keep it at the the, what do they call it, a natural, or a natural type of, there's a live photo, I don't know, natural photo, whatever, there's a thing, but anyways, so
very good.
Yeah, and I think Gayla has been really hyping up on our social media, like you were talking about, the different posts that she makes, and just getting ready for today. And I think we're all excited. We've been excited since we started taking the photos, just of what they'll look like. And I don't know, but I don't know how we want to do this. And I was hoping Gayla could talk a bit about the importance as well for the photos and what that means to our future generations. Because like Savannah said, you know, we're making history right now today, you know, and we need to think in the future for what people may want to look back on, our relatives in the future may want to look back on for us.
Hi everyone, my name is Gayla. I'm the museum assistant. So I just think it's really important that one of the things I talked about with Savannah was like for us, by us, because throughout history, like you have like Edward Curtis or Frank Reinhardt. You know, they captured us, but it wasn't like an accurate depiction of us, and they were. What did they say? One of them was like the work that they did. They were capturing a vanishing race. But I think what these photos do is they're like, we're still here. And you know, that was our little slogan on our t-shirts this year. That was kind of the theme, I guess, of this year. Like, we're still here. And it's really important for us to have that like agency over our own representation.
Yes, very much so. And to that point, again, you know, the photography that is used in this, and I'm glad you're saying, you know, you're pretty much leaving them untouched, so to speak, in that type of thing, because, you know, there's a lot of filtration that happens, of course, and then I'm just saying this as the extreme. There's no, like, I guess, puppy face over anyone.
Snapchat filters.
And that type of thing, because I honestly think that kind of diminishes the realness. You know, and I know that kind of goes without saying, because, like, yeah, it's a filter, duh, but it's like, no, I'd rather see every little detail as you can, you know, and especially like, because, you know, when you're dealing like with things like the women's regalia and especially Ho-Chunk applique, just like how they do in the princess contest and that type of thing, I want to see the hand cross-stitching, and that will show up with good photography, and it does. So, yeah, good stuff.
I love it. And so I wanted to kind of throw out there, I seen Savannah looking at me. So if you wanted to, I know you wanted to talk about the importance of them and stuff. If we wanted to kind of talk over while the photos are playing, we can do that as well. I have it lined up as to ready to roll whenever you guys are.
Yeah, and I think Savannah after we're done can talk about, you know, if they wanted to order the pictures from her and those types of things. And I think about 3 or 4 today, we'll actually have a social media post with the pictures. So this is just a slideshow right now.
So you're getting the sneak peek.
Yep, you're getting the sneak peek of the pics, and I hope everyone loves them as much as we do.
Call your friends and say, Bago Talks right now.
I know. So we can count down.
Do we have a drum roll? Gee, you really messed it up. Hey, what was that?
When we do the drum roll for ARL.
Yes.
Okay, so ready?
Yes.
Yeah. Where can we see them?
So you can watch it up here. Yep.
I know, it's kind of a
Let me
awkward
do
turn, but yes.
Yeah, widescreen this. Just seen my little finger. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Don't look at that.
That's what all this. Nice.
These are beautiful.
And there was, I edited 160 photos.
Okay.
Wow.
And 139 participants.
That is awesome, Savannah. The other thing too is that a lot of these, they're not just locals. There's people that were traveling to come for the homecoming celebration as well.
Well, they came to take portraits. Just kidding.
I love these though. These are awesome.
Those are really nice. So we're sitting here in silence, guys, because the slideshow is on our television screen here in the studio. So I believe you're also watching this online as it's happening live.
Yes.
So all these photos that are part of the grouping and part of the project, you're seeing just as we are seeing as well. And so that's kind of like we're watching in silence here. So a lot of good
Yes.
stuff here, a lot of good stuff.
So just in case anybody out there is listening over the radio airwaves, that's what is going on. And as they mentioned, they'll be releasing the photos to the general public on their Facebook page at 3 o'clock today. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and our newly crowned Winnebago princess. Yeah.
I love those.
I like the smile. I do.
A lot of them were like, "Oh, do we have to post stoic?" And I'm like, no, like, I was like, just be who you are. You know, they make them, they romanticize these photos back in the day, and now, you know, let's be who we are.
Very good. So many different aspects, you know. It's not just traditional regalia. Then they do look nice when they are in that type of thing. Don't get me wrong, but it's, you know, tribal people in how they are.
Yes.
You know, and that's an awesome aspect of the whole grouping. Again, you know, we're watching these in the slideshow here in the studio, so that's what's going on here. So a little bit of silence, because again, the images, they're quite striking and stunning. And I gotta say that, I mean, I do like the smiles, I do, but there's something about the stoic ones too. It's like, because we all do that too, you know, like you're laughing that, no. Really good. Yeah, that's a nice, we're looking at some younger photos. So I see that they're sprinkled in throughout there. Did any of our Native veterans take any images in their uniform?
No.
No, not this time? Okay. Because
Looks
if
like
you didn't notice, the outgoing senior Miss Winnebago, Paris LaPointe, her special this year was an all veterans dance special. And if you didn't see that online, one of the dancers was dancing in his uniform.
Beautiful.
And that has kind of caught fire. I've seen it on so many media outlets, especially across Indian country. And so that dance special is getting a lot of pub. You know, not because, of course, it featured veterans, but, you know, he's in his uniform and he's dancing, that kind of thing. So I was just wondering if maybe they made it up that
No,
day.
I wish. It'll be cool to just kind of have, like, you know, when they have, do they have like a veterans meeting every now and then?
I believe so. Yeah.
That'll be cool, and to get that, you know, because I think that's important as well. And I was trying to, because I have my own like Focus by Savannah project, and trying to capture, you know, everybody, like for special months, like in April I did like ribbon skirt month, and then I was trying to do veterans for July. I just got so busy, and then ribbon shirt month for like November. But I think it's just important, like, just to, like, especially the veterans. And also there was another like idea, like, of doing generations, like generations photo, and I think that would be so cool too.
Definitely.
But yeah, so that's it. That's everyone's photos, and I'm so excited, like, for how they turned out. And we, you know, this was our first year doing it, and so we had some difficulties of where to set up and how we were gonna set up, and like the wind was causing some issues. And
were you outdoors?
Yeah, we're outdoors the first
I didn't
day.
know that. Doesn't look like it.
The first day we're outdoors, and you can kind of tell the shift between photos, like from the first day to the second day. Then the second day it was a lot windier, so I asked Gordon Rafe, and thankful for him, but he let us set up in the vets building.
Oh yeah.
So that was really nice too. And then I had complete control of my lighting there. And so when we post the photos on our Facebook page, then we'll add a link on there to where you can go to your client gallery, and you'll be able to purchase photos. There's gonna be like a store link on the top, and you can just pick whatever sizes you have, and whatever you purchase, I'm able to review whatever photos you purchase, and I can size them to however you want them, like whatever photos you want. So these are size 4x5. So if you want like a 4x6, then I size them down to like a 4x6. But So it all works out, and then, but I just try to make sure, like, they're high resolution, the photos that you get, and you can print up to like a really big size of 20 by 30 photos or whatever size photos. And then there's different options too of like just regular prints or like metal prints or canvas prints, stuff like that. So, and then you can also see, it's a whole thing. So it's a nice gallery that you can see online and to purchase prints, and then also print from your photographer. So that's the most important thing.
Yes.
And support our small businesses, native-owned businesses. So.
Yeah, because you just recently opened your studio,
Yeah.
correct? And that is where and what is it?
It's Framed and Focus It's Focus and Frame Portrait Studio and Art Gallery, and it's located in the Ho Chunk Center in Sioux City on the second floor next to Sweetwater. And I'm trying to build like a really nice art gallery in there. Right now I have portraits up of the ribbon skirt showcase and that I did, and then I have like a little portrait studio in there, and I work out of there, so I have a little office out of there. Like if you see my lights on, I'm still in there. But so I just opened that up, and hopefully we'll be getting more portraits up. I would love to have like exhibitions of photos that I've taken and stuff like that. So
we're showing your Facebook page on the screen, so those watching can see and where it is.
Yeah, and then if you go to my regular Facebook page, there's a photo up there, and that's kind of, I have it pinned to the top on Savannah Berlin Photo and Design.
Well, we'll get to that point. And a question that I had is on the photographs that are in the what we just saw. Are the names of the individuals included in that?
So I have the names, like every participant filled out a form and a social media release form. And if you haven't filled it out yet, please do so. But like we had a form to where we're trying to get like the person's names or their kids' names, all of the participants, their tribal affiliation, their Indian names, and then like their age and stuff like that, their clan. So we try to incorporate all of that so we know.
Yeah.
And so we have, we need to just kind of match the forms up to the photos and stuff like that. So that'll be a long process to like add the names like on each photo. So.
Well, it's definitely good for posterity because like what we said in the People of the Big Voice book, too many of them are not named.
And they're unknown.
And it'd be really nice to, it's like, wow, because I'm sure some of them, because they're all Ho Chunk people, we're probably related to them. So, but we just don't know.
Yeah. But, so the photo that's pinned right there.
This one?
Yeah. So this photo is probably like over 100 years, and we still have it, so that's the importance of like printing photos and to keep them. And this is my Choka and his Nani, Mary Green Crow. And I am so grateful to have this photo and to be able to have it hanging up in my own home to remember who I come from. And if you have your kids or your nieces or nephews saying, hey, let's take a photo, take photos with them,
Yes.
There's a lot of people just like, I don't take photos, and it's like, do it, it's not for you, it's for your kids or your grandkids, like when those memories are gonna last when, you're gone or whatever like that. So that's the importance of getting photos taken, and whenever we have like, opportunities like this to get your photos taken for free, like it would be wise to just get the whole family to come and do it, and so that's what I think is so important, is to take advantage of these opportunities, because photography is a luxury service, and like it's to be able to do photos like family photos separately, like it's a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
Especially for big families. So whenever we get opportunities like this, please take advantage and show up, show out.
So how did you guys come up with the general idea to do this during powwow?
Like I said, I have been wanting to do it for a few years. I just, needed someone to help me with it. And I just thought that so many people come home,
Right.
And we want to capture as much as we can, and those wearing their regalia and certain things, and just, being able to capture those moments. I wish I would have had more funding to do more pictures at the powwow would probably be my only wish. But, a lot of these pictures as well are people that are trying to reconnect home and here to Winnebago, or have, like Ken Lewis and his family are pictured in there. And his mom was BB Lewis.
Oh, okay.
And so he's been, trying to reconnect. And we have others in the pictures that are just trying to get their family dancing. We want to celebrate those things for our people, that, they're stepping out of that colonized mindset and starting to step back to their culture and their language. It's super important.
Very good. And again, I hope that you guys are able to continue on, as the years go forward, and then also come forward, various, maybe, you're going to do, I don't even have a good idea right now, but I'm sure something will pop up in your guys' head, because just pushing this effort forward, I agree with you guys wholeheartedly. It's very important to capture the imagery of what is here and now, because someday this will be the history, just like as we look backward. And I can't wait, for they're not our ancestors. What is the word when you go forward?
Future generations.
Yes, it's got a word though. But anyway,
really? Yeah.
Progeny.
Ah.
There it is, yeah. So sometimes I have a decent vocabulary. Sometimes.
And I think what's important too is, like Gayla mentioned in a post that she created, is like, to get these pictures taken by a, like a whole chunk photographer. That's important as well, from our own people. So.
And I hope that is part of the overall story, as it, I don't look at it as being, I guess some people, it's a real morbid thing, but as we, even beyond our own lifetimes, that to that point, a Ho-Chunk person, captured these images of these Ho-Chunk people and stuff, and that is an important thing, so.
And then, and also as well, like, to be able to document the names to go with each photo, and these photos are, a part of Angel Decora's history now, and to have them, they have those files as well to keep forever, and hopefully we can print these photos too, and it would be fun to have like an exhibition.
It would be.
Yeah, like some big photos, like to showcase. That would be so cool.
Yeah, I have to agree. That's a very good thing. And so you brought up a very good topic. I don't think that we've said it recently, so if you guys can put you on the spot, when is Angel Decora open and that kind of thing? How can people visit it, and just the kind of the generals?
Oh, so we're open Monday through Saturday.
Okay.
So Monday through Friday, it'll be 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then on Saturday, it's from 10 to 2 p.m.
Okay. And it's open to the public?
Yes.
Yep. So if you've never been there, I highly suggest that you do make a trip there, because it is definitely going to be worth your while.
I second
They got
that.
a lot of really good stuff to see and view, and then also experience, because it's an ongoing thing as well. You guys constantly update, and as things come around, so it's always new and different. So.
Yeah, and it's a safe space for, those of our relatives that are trying to reconnect back to the culture, to learn their history.
Right.
That's a good step, and we're always welcoming to our visitors.
Yep. So if you're not familiar, Angel Decora Museum and Research Center, it is located on the campus of Little Priest Tribal College, which is on the very east side of Winnebago. So
The ThunderClan building.
yes.
And then it's free 99 to get in.
Always.
Free admission.
Okay.
I love it. Well, thanks, ladies, for coming up and using the Big Voice Radio to debut those
Absolutely.
photos. We really appreciate your
That's some good
company
comments,
today.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And then
and
Sure.
just be looking out for the post that Gayla and Savannah make later with the photos, and I know everybody's gonna love them. So
Yeah. And
yeah.
please feel free to share them, like if you see your photo, like go out and share it so everyone can see what we look like and see how beautiful you look, and
yes.
like they're gorgeous. So
Yes,
don't,
they are.
Don't just share them.
Very, very good. An amazing project. Good job. Absolutely good job. Everybody that had a hand in this. I don't know if there were others who are not represented here today, but I know you guys do for them. a lot of good work. And then, of course, the participants themselves.
Yeah.
You know, thank you guys for stepping forward, allowing your photographs to be taken. And because I mean it, you know, when we're long gone, you know, people will be looking back at that. This was Winnebago in 2024. You know, who knows what time period they'll be looking at us from and that kind of thing. So, really good job. Really, really good work.
And we'll be doing this again next year, so we hope to see a lot more participants next year, and just keep going with this, I hope.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So as general contact information, can you guys give us that real
Yeah.
quick if people need to get a hold of you or they want to set something up, like say next year, how do I get a hold of you and that kind of thing? Can you share that with us?
Do you mean me for the museum?
All of it together, whatever you want to give out.
Okay, so you can reach out to us at the museum at Angel Decor Museum at WinnebagoTribe.com. The phone number up there is weird.
I just had it. I got you guys. Hold on. I know it's a 257 number. I see that.
Yeah, that's why I
1-800
can
Hey
never-
Angel. It is not that. It is not that, guys.
There it is.
Yeah, okay. 402-257-5587.
Yeah, I'll never remember. I don't know why, it's just so odd to
But
me.
don't worry, I don't remember mine either. So. Yep. So Angel Decor Museum, open throughout the week. It is open for you to visit, and you can get a hold of the staff members here because they are more than willing to help you come in and experience everything that they have to offer. And by all means, look for this project to be coming forward next powwow at the 159th annual homecoming celebration, the oldest powwow in North America, celebrating the return of Chief Little Priest and the company Scouts.
Yes.
And if anyone wants to get bent out of shape about that, there's no commas in that statement. So.
And then also wanted to add on to that, they have a lot of LinkedIn links in there, so make sure you
Yes.
follow them on Instagram, Twitter,
Facebook,
TikTok, and subscribe to their YouTube channel.
Wow.
And Gayla takes care of all of that, and like we said, she does an amazing job. I'm super thankful for her
Yes,
and
I
Madeline joining us, and so, and thank you, Savannah, for all your hard work. It was definitely a crazy couple days, but we did it, you did it, and I'm very thankful for you.
Thank you so much.
So shout outs to anyone.
Shout out?
Yeah.
I'll do a shout out to my husband who kept me going throughout this. Like on Thursday, I was nervous. He's like, "You got this. You're a professional. You're a photographer. You know, you're gonna take gorgeous photos." So thank you for him and everything like that. And thank you to the Angel Decor staff for being helpful when I was struggling, like trying throughout the wind and stuff like that. And shout out to Gordon Ray for letting us use the Vets building. That really helped, you know, like create beautiful photos. So
Cool.
thank you.
Shout out to everyone that's getting ready to start back to school. My grandson Malcolm and his immersion classroom, and Michelle, and the new immersion classroom that is getting ready to start, and just everyone in college and trade schools, wherever you guys are, good luck this semester.
Yes, indeed. Back to school.
No shout outs to me.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming up. Again, that is an amazing project. We appreciate you guys spending some time with us to introduce that. Wow, and debut that. I should turn those off so they are down. But at the same time, an amazing, amazing project, guys. We're going to say it again and again and again. The broken record today for this is the Angel Decor Museum on the campus of Little Priest Tribal College. Search it, Google it. If for some reason you missed the contact information, it's out there. It's easy to find. Get a hold of them because it is an awesome experience, and they keep on pushing the envelope forward. So great job. I'm glad that we had this at this time today.
We said ThunderClan building, right?
Yep.
ThunderClan
All right,
building.
cool.
All right. Well, thanks to the ladies for popping by. So I ran through the programming for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which is the big hour. So as I mentioned, MCBKC will be hosting tomorrow's episode, and then we'll have the new episode on Friday being hosted by our webmaster, Christina Parker. So she'll be joining us for the big hour.
I didn't know that. I was like, oh yeah.
I was gonna just surprise everybody and share the promo, but I was like, nah, I gotta
she come up
share
with the DJ
news.
name?
She has not yet, but we'll have to coin some.
Yeah, okay.
And then I wanted to make mention the on Thursdays we have All Request Live, which is hosted by yours truly, and then we also have Res Ride hosted by yours truly.
Yeah, so a lot of good stuff happens here at the Big Voice Radio, and then of course on KWTN 100.9 FM, because we know some people may be listening to us on terrestrial radio. We did have a little bit of an issue with the broadcast tower because one of the, I think the air conditioning unit wasn't functioning properly, so it turned into Death Valley inside that building. But shout out to the IT staff and of course Garen, Kevin,
Eeps.
yes, everybody that went over to help make sure that they kept us on the airwaves, because that equipment, it gets hot, and it was, it was pretty hectic outside as well. So okay, so are you ready for
We is ready.
the answer is? So because Guaranteed usually does the answer is,
Get up here,
I'm going
Mac
to change
Attack.
it around a little bit, and it's the answer B.
Oh, the answer B. I really wanted to add, while she was here, see, it skipped my brain, when Gayla mentioned the for us, by us. I just love that, like, because it is for us, by FUBU.
Yeah. FUBU. Yes. So, okay. So, what I'm going to do is, if you guys want to guess the same ones, or if you want to guess differently, we'll go that route, and then we'll see who the winner ends up being, okay? So, because as you know, what is happening right now, and like I said at the onset of the show, the games of the, what is it, the 38th, I don't know, the whatever Olympiad are currently being held in Paris, France, as we speak, and they are 7 hours ahead of us, so that quite a few of the events are literally happening because we're at the noon hour, so it's 7 p.m. there-ish, there, so it's still high time and of course daylight. And I do know that a lot of the outdoor events are also continuing on as well, the track and field and all that kind of stuff, and the team events are entering the elimination rounds, because last night I watched the USA men take down Brazil in a 3-1 slug match in one of the best, I guess, games I've seen in a really, really long time. And I think later today, if not even right now, the US women are taking on, who is it that they're playing? I think I've forgotten, but anyway, they play today.
Can I just add that I did, the only thing I seen about the Olympics, and I'm so sorry, please do not come for me, I just, life gets busy. I just don't watch the Olympics. But I seen a post about a girl having to fight a guy.
There was some controversy because a fighter from Algeria, I believe, failed they do basically genetic testing, and the failure of that was, I don't know if it was ignored or just wasn't caught by the Olympic Committee. And of course in women's boxing, that athlete was fighting against women, and so there was issues with that. I do know that there were some revelations made with that. I didn't follow the story too heavily, but at the same time it did create some controversy for some time, because one of the fighters straight up quit and didn't want to continue because of what they found out.
Wow. The more you know.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, that story's out there, and I'm sure you guys, somebody's probably saying, gee, this, that, whatever, because they followed it. But yeah, it has evolved. So that type of thing. Okay. So the first question that we have then is, as you know, they're celebrating the Olympics in Paris right now. So the Olympics originated in the country of Greece, of course, named after Mount Olympus. And then, of course, the Olympians were the Greek gods in their history and that type of stuff. So originating in Greece, and they are held every 4 years. In what year were they first held? I can give you multiple choice, and you guys can guess at that.
Yeah, let's take that multiple
So the first choice, was it held in the year 1001? Was it held in 45 BCE? BCE, of course, is before Common Era. They don't say BC anymore, before Christ. Was it 776 BCE, or is it D, unknown? They just always were.
Just derived out of nowhere.
1001, 45 BCE, 776 BCE, or unknown?
I'm gonna say 757.
776?
Yeah, 776 BCE, before Common Era.
1001, 45 BCE, 776 BCE, or unknown? The Olympians just existed.
So
Where's he at? I don't have him on there.
You don't get a voice in this. They can be quiet.
Yeah. And that's our show.
It was unplugged. I'm just kidding.
That's really going into depth. Why it is. Well, my thinking is the unknown, and I'm just saying because I don't know. I just feel like some things just start and we don't know when it started. And I feel like Olympics has been here for a while, so I'm gonna go with the unknown. Yeah.
So D unknown. Okay, and the answer is Bethany got it correct.
Oh.
It is 776 BCE.
Wow. So shout out to Gladiator. Nah, just kidding.
776 years before Christ, before the Common Era, the Olympic Games were held, of course, in the city of Athens.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
No, just kidding.
So question number 2 then. Let's see. Bethany has 1. Maggie not on the board yet. So, of course, the Olympic Games were held in the way that they were, but of course, they eventually evolved into what the modern Olympic Games are. The first modern Olympics were held in what year? Meaning that, of course, you medal, gold, silver, bronze, and then they're held in the way that they are. In what year was the first modern Olympics? Again, I have multiple choices.
Yes, we'll take
Was
that.
it in 1700? Was it in 1584? Was it in 1896? Or was it in 1910?
Modern, I'm going to go with
Modern.
1896.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to read those to me again?
1700, 1584, 1896, or 1910?
I'm gonna go with the 1890. What was it?
1896,
Yeah.
same as Bethany?
Yeah.
And you are both correct. Ding, ding, ding. I should have brought my bell.
The teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes. Yep, 1896, and they were also held in Athens that year. Because if you remember right, in 1996, the 100-year anniversary, those games were held in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Number 3. The motto for the Olympics is Citius Atius Fortius. What does that translate into? No multiple choice.
Oh my gosh.
Go fight, win. That's what I got. That's me.
Okay, go fight, win.
Citius Atius.
Citius Atius Fortius.
Citius Atius Fortis.
If I ever have triplets.
Citius Atius Fortius.
I have 3 cats that
I'm just gonna get it wrong. I don't know. I just for some reason Forge on. I don't know.
Forge on?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So Citius Atius Fortius, neither one of you got it correct, translates into faster, higher, stronger.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay, so then the last one that we
There
have.
goes my self-esteem for today.
Well, you don't speak Greek, so it's all Greek to me. Okay.
Put it in Ho Chunk, I would have got it.
All right, Blue, get up here and translate. You got to say it with that broken accent too. No, just kidding. So Citius. Oh my gosh, you're carried away. Okay, so the last question that we have for the answer B. Again, no multiple choice on this. You have to say them. What colors are the Olympic rings?
Can you tell us how many there?
No.
Oh.
That would give it away. So what? Give it. So one by one, guys, take a guess. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, Bethany, what 5 colors? I'll give you that then.
5 colors.
Yes.
It's gonna be. I know there's red.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with green,
Okay.
blue,
Blue.
white,
Okay.
yellow.
All right. And then Mackie, 5 of them.
I would say red,
Okay.
green,
Okay.
black,
Okay.
Like my heart.
blue.
Okay.
Did I say green already?
Yes, you did. You said red, green, black, blue.
Yellow.
And by the one, he got it.
Oh, you
Yep.
got black, huh?
Yes. So, yep, there is no white.
Oh man.
So you guys actually tied.
Oh. So we got to arm wrestle.
So throw down.
10 seconds.
Yeah, so, yeah, right after the show on the parking lot.
Clock out.
That circle across from the school. Nah, just kidding. You got a
Yeah, so-
tiebreaker?
I do not. So, because I was in the midst when the show started and whatever else.
So we just go out with a tie?
I could pull something from the last issue real quick here and ask
Good
you.
thing I looked at it last
I
night.
did not look at it, but
No,
we'll
I'm just
see.
kidding.
So, the Winnebago Indian News published on Saturday, August 3rd, 2024, on the masthead are the three princesses, of course, Paris, Virginia, and Thule. But on the front headline, there are two Winnebago veterans holding the Eagle staff. Who are they?
Is it a modern picture?
Oh, yeah, it was taken that day.
Taken that day.
Yeah, so taken during the powwow. There's
Two veterans?
Two Winnebago Veterans Association members. Who are they?
I want to say Gordon Rave and Dusty.
Okay.
I'm going to say Dusty, Armel, and... Trey?
Close. You guys both got Eric Armel, who of course is a member of the Winnebago Tribal Council, but also the other flag Eagle staff holder is Harold Cleveland Jr.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So
we're tied again.
Yes. Yes, you are. I know. I should have came up with other tiebreakers here and stuff like that. So, also on the front page, or did you see it?
Mm-mm.
So the Winnebago Tribal Council also on Friday of Powwow hosted Senator Jane Raybould, who is a member of the Nebraska Unicameral. The senator was extremely instrumental. She introduced the bill LB 1288, which eventually authorized the state of Nebraska to provide assistance to tribal people in mental health crises, among other areas, because it previously didn't exist. An extremely important bill that was signed into law by Governor Pillen earlier this year as well. Senator Jane Raybould is from where? She is not from our district, I'll give you that hint. Where is she from? It's in Nebraska. Another hint.
Like when you say where she's from, like
Which
town and city or
which
whatever?
city does she hail from? Senator Jane Raybould. It's not from Winnebago. She does not represent District 17.
I'm going to say she is in District...
I don't need the number. I just need to know the town.
I would say Omaha.
Omaha? Okay.
I'm going to say... Hastings.
Hastings.
Nebraska.
Okay. And the answer is, you're both wrong. She's from Lincoln.
Oh, I almost said Lincoln. Dang it.
Yes.
Gotta trust that intuition.
Okay, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure that was her husband, and you guys weren't there, and it wasn't in the Winnebago Indian News, but he is from Europe.
Wow.
And I was listening to them while they were conversing and stuff like that. And so the hometown that he was from is in Europe, and it's a major city. So take a guess until one of you wins. So start us off at the city in Europe, Mackie. And if you get it right, you get it right. And we're going to go sudden death until we get... So cities in Europe. And it is a major city. So it's not like Hicksville, Austria. It's not like that. So where was he from?
Y'all are really exposing the viewers to my education on cities and geography and countries.
I'll give you a hint. It did host the Olympics within the last 50 years. So
Italy.
So a city.
You say Italy?
France.
Those are countries.
Oh.
Do you want to go broader and then just say the country instead of the city?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
We're gonna stick to cities.
Oh, I guess we're sticking to cities. I don't know.
It is not Paris. I will say. I'll give that to you. It is
Okay.
not Paris. So where was he from?
A city from Europe.
Yes.
I don't know any cities. I mean, I probably do. I just don't know they're in Europe.
Okay. What about the countries then? Is that more broad?
Yeah, let's do countries.
Okay, so a country in Europe. So I said it wasn't Paris, so it's not France.
Okay, Paris, France.
He is not French. Where is he from?
What else is in Europe?
Yeah, I said.
I just see the big country itself, or the continent, or whatever. I don't know. Graduated
You're
a while back.
Too obscure.
yeah, you're gonna have to. You're Dude, this is
Geography.
This is rocket science to me. Geography is not my forte.
Okay.
How about can you just multi?
multi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Help
so
it
again, I
out.
said it wasn't Paris. So was he from London, England? Was he from Madrid, Spain? Or was he from Rome, Italy? Or I'm going to do 5. Was he from Barcelona, Spain? Or was he from Lisbon, Portugal? So London, Madrid, Rome, Barcelona, Lisbon.
I'm gonna go with Madrid.
Okay.
Rome.
Nope. Next guess. London, Barcelona, Lisbon.
Lisbon.
Lisbon. What'd you
London.
say? No, he is from Barcelona.
Oh my gosh.
Because they held the Barcelona Olympics, I think, in 90. God, what was it, 92? I can't remember.
You gotta stay.
That was a pop culture question.
In Barcelona. So yeah, so one of those
He
things.
danced around the one that was correct.
Okay, so if you were at the powwow, and I'm just gonna announce it out there, for the first time in powwow history, one of the veterans carried a flag from which branch of the military?
For the first time?
For the first time in Winnebago history.
Like it's never been there before?
It's never been there before. So a branch of the military carried for the first time.
Was it the Marines?
Nope.
No.
This is just a joke answer, but the Space Force?
Correct.
What?
Yes.
What,
For the
really?
first time, yes, Space Force had its flag displayed at the grand entry, carried by one of the veterans from the Winnebago Veterans Association, and it is a real agency. It is a real branch of the military. Space Force was represented for the first time at the 158th annual homecoming celebration. So you got it.
All right.
So by a margin of 3-2, Mackie pulls out the overtime win. Space Force.
Mac is gonna get it later. Nah, just kidding.
Never came back to Winnebago Talks.
Okay. All right. So.
No.
Okay.
That was good.
That's all I had.
Thanks, Brian. That was a good one.
So.
Wow.
Shout-outs.
Yes, we'll do shout outs. So I just wanted to take a moment on a more serious note. I want to send out my condolences to 2 people in my life that, I really care for and I love a lot. And one of them being one of my sisters that I grew up with. She's my best friend. She's a sister to me. And they say that when a friendship is over 7 years, that it lasts a lifetime.
Yes, indeed.
Well, me and her have been best friends since we were in diapers. So I want to send my condolences and prayers and good thoughts out to my sister Ione Suarez and the family of Susan Huffman. And then also wanted to send my condolences to one of my good longtime friends, Dustin Earth, aka Bub, his grandma Riva Decora as well, and the family of Riva. She was always really good to me. She would always come see me when I worked at the bingo hall. She would bring me food, and she just was always really good to me. And I just wanted to take a moment to send out my condolences and my good thoughts and prayers to both families affected by our recent losses in the community. And then anybody else that is having a hard time as well.
Yeah, also, I do believe it is posted. It is on the big screen. There is the information who you can contact, for grief counseling and that type of thing. So you don't have to suffer in silence. If you need someone to talk to, by all means, reach out, because there are avenues for you to basically explore and get the help that you need. Because a lot of people, maybe they need, just somebody to talk to about whatever's going on.
Yes.
And don't be afraid to do that. So,
Definitely.
Okay. Shout out, Mackie.
Yeah, just same to piggyback for Bethany's, shout out. Just thinking about the families there. That's ripped across the community. So sending good thoughts and prayers to them, and hoping they, like Brian said, take care of themselves, practice self-care, and everybody grieves differently. There's a healthy way, and then sometimes there's unhealthy ways, but just seek out those services, and they're there for a reason. And just take care of yourselves, and that's probably the only shout out I have for now.
Okay. So good show. Thank you guys for coming up here to help us get through Bago Talks here on Tuesdays. Like I said, typically hosted by DJ Guaranteed. And so my shout out is going to be, again, to everybody that toils in the sunshine, keeping the Winnebago community as beautiful as it is. Of course, everything was amazing. No thanks to the Nebraska Department of Roads. No, just kidding. For the 158th annual homecoming celebration, the oldest powwow in North America, celebrating the return of Chief Little Priest and the company Scouts. I always like to say the whole thing.
And I love
Some
it.
people just get so bent out of shape or whatever. But they kept Winnebago, and they are keeping Winnebago beautiful. The flower beds around town, all of the landscaping. For some reason, that word escaped me last time around. But good job, guys, because Winnebago looks nice.
Yes, definitely.
So, all right. That's our show.
Well, thanks for tuning in, y'all. Be good to each other.